our next competitor to take to the water. We're finding a bio sheet on him, but really that's not completely necessary because one of our co-announcers here knows him all too well. Representing the United States of America, it's Terry Winter.
That's right, Marcus Brown up here training with Terry Winter for close to their entire lives. They're best buddies, good training partners. Terry's going to be the next guy on the water. Now, Marcus, let's get into this stuff. We're going to see a lot of these slalom skiers a bit taller out there. Terry, as well as yourself, you know, doesn't have that advantage. Is it a true advantage to be taller out there on the water?
Yeah, you know, I told you when I first got on here that the game here is speed and acceleration. Well, as you become taller, say Chris Parrish and, you know, Nick Parsons, we'll see later on, they're 6'5", 6'6", I don't know what that is, the way you guys say it up here, but they're tall. They don't have to ski as fast. Their feet don't have to get, they have to get to the same point with their feet, but they don't have to get as far out with their bodies, so they can ski slower. Guys like Terry and me, we have to ski faster because we have to get our feet to the same point. Now, Terry, don't let anybody fool you. He's actually got a longer reach than I do, even though he's shorter than me. He's only 5'9". But he's probably the shortest guy in this competition today. He's got the potential to put it out there. Don't let him fool you. He can get around that 3 at the 10.25 meter line.
Well, I'll tell you what, they call him T-Whisper, not a man of many words. He likes to leave it all out there on the water. You're going to watch this guy. He definitely is one of the strongest guys out there. Again, has to be a little bit because of, I guess, the lack of the height there. And you're going to watch him. The line's going to stay tight the whole time. His upper body as still as possible. And he's really going to get on it. Right now, our lead, I believe, is a few at 11.25 meters by J.B. Fazy. So T-Winner knows he's got to get a little further than that if he wants to challenge for the gold medal here at the 2009 World Water Ski Championship.
Approaching the course on the same path as our previous skiers, 13 meters, needs a good start, good reach round buoy number 1, just trying to get into some rhythm, trying to get into some good composure on the first, the 2/3 of this course. Now continuing on to buoy number 5, and have you ever seen a 30-meter pass look so impeccable for Terry Winter?
Terry looks dialed in. I know he's focused out there on the water. Marcus, you train with this guy quite often. You know, has he been focused here in the last few months on this event alone?
I wouldn't say this event alone. When you focus on any one event as an elite athlete, you can kind of get too focused and burn out. Terry doesn't do that. Like you said, he's a man of few words. We've been training off and on this summer. He's to give you a bit of history, in 2005 at the China World Championships, Terry got 7th place. 2007 in Austria, he didn't go. So he's 1 for 1 in these finals, and he's actually done no worse than 7th. I feel like today he's going to go for it. Sometimes he has a tendency to back off in tournaments. I think today you're going to see it let it all hang out.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to go for broke today. He's one of our early skiers, so somewhat maybe of a dark horse, if you will. But if there's ever been an underdog story, you got to vote for this guy, T-Winner. Terry Winter coming up next from United States. Tony's coming back at 12 meters. Again, you got to watch as he skis, and it's so important keeping that line tight. It keeps your rhythm, and it keeps you wide out for the next buoy.
And Terry Winter, among many others, pioneers of the newer slalom technique, using more compression style and using more hip rotation to get the ski from one side of the course to the others, almost totally mitigating their disadvantage in height as compared to the taller skiers that we'll see in this competition, starting with Jody Fisher and Jason McClintock among the skiers to come next, and Terry Winter just sitting down there and getting ready for the next pass on 12 meters, Tad.
All right, well, you know, you couldn't ask for better conditions here for the men's slalom finals. We've got the slightest breeze just to break up the tension on the water. I think, again, the skiers like it. We talked about it in tricks. Having real glass out water is not the ideal situation, so we've just got a little bit of a breeze to break the tension. These guys going to take it to the limits here. We're going to see Terry Winter coming in. I hear that ski nautique firing up at the end of the lake. We're going to see him come in. This is going to be 12 meters.
Now coming in 12 meters, as you rightly said, Tad, and the boat speed is 58 kilometers an hour. In order to maintain that speed, we have a cruise control system outfitted with a GPS device that keeps that boat speed at 58 kilometers an hour on average. Beautiful turn round number 4. Round number 5. This is absolutely smooth as silk for Terry Winter. Give it up.
Looking great out there on the water, Marcus, and one of my favorite parts, and call me crazy if you will, that guy's putting up some big spray out there.
Yeah, you know, for a little guy, he puts up a big spray, and you can only do that when you make those tight turns. When you have that speed into the buoy, like you see coming into his heel side turn, 2-ball, keeps the rope tight, lays it over, gets that acceleration upwards of 60 miles an hour, and he's one of the smoothest skiers, like you said, on the water.
All right, well, he's sitting at the end of the leg. He's focusing on his next pass. This pass has been the pass so far for our first two skiers that's taken him out. So Terry Winter knows he's got a tall order here, 38 off, 11.25 coming up. Just watching the replay here, so smooth. Again, no issues there at 12 meters for Terry.
And certainly a superb looking 12-meter pass from one end to the other. And these skiers from year into year out spend so much time out in the water just trying to dial into their slalom ski and just really making sure that those turns from either side to the other become absolutely second nature. They don't really have to think so much to turn those skis. All they need to do is just to get them out there and just let them rip. Round buoy number 1, 11.25 meters. Good stretch on buoy number 2. Take it away there, Tad.
All right, around 3, over to 4. He's keeping his head in the game nice and tight around 4. Early to 5. Terry Winter gonna take down 11.25. First skier of the day. Give it up.
Yeah, that was real nice for Terry. That's how he does it at home, and that's how I guess you do it here at the World Championships. You know, he's not letting it get to him, and it looks like he's on today, Tad.
Marcus, I see you jumping around in here. Obviously, you're pulling for your boy. He looked good at the 11.25 meter, and again, talking about his height, when you're at the 11.25 meter, I think from the center line of the boat to the buoy line, just short of that. So he's having to use all of his 5'9" to get around the buoy.
Yeah, it's a 1/4 meter short, which is almost a foot short of the buoy, the handle. Now they shorten to the 10.75 meter line. It becomes again, what, a meter short?
All right, well, Terry's definitely capable of getting through the next line here at the World Championships. Anything can happen. Yesterday we saw 3 guys get through it. Again, Marcus said it earlier, I agree with him. It's going to take something at the next line length, I believe, to take home the gold today. But right now, first things first, on the water, 10.75. First skier of the day in a 10.75, Terry Winter.
And I'll say that even at this early stage of the competition, although he's taken the lead, he wants to seriously get down this pass and maybe clear it to really pile on the pressure for the skiers ahead. Let's watch. Superbly executed buoy number 1. Round number 2, can he make up the distance and get outside 3? No. Let's give it up for our new leader, Terry Winter.
Awesome skiing, gutsy performance by Terry. You saw, we'll watch the replay, Marcus take us through it. He got a little bit of loose line at 1, didn't have the direction in the 2, and it was just a matter of when it was going to stop.
Yeah, you see right here on the replay at 1-ball, he gets some slack, he gets that tip high. That's just a little kind of an indicator that he was backing off a little bit. It's the World Championships, you don't want to fall, but the paradox is you gotta go for it if you want to win this event right now, and you can't worry about falling.
I'll tell you what, yesterday he really literally laid it on the line to get into the finals, threw his body around 4-ball, almost hit the ramp in the middle of the leg that's in there for our jump competition. You got to give it up one more time from the U.S. Terry Winter, your current leader with 2 buoys at 39 off, 10.75 meters.